Hey guys, it's me here, and it's the 22nd. Sorry I haven't been making as many videos as I would like to. I've been really busy with college and school, the whole 9 yards of just everything. Um, I've been doing well, not plays, but performances. I've been doing a lot of shit basically. So, yeah, that's why I haven't brought you guys videos, and I'm wearing my favorite hat because my hair is a mess right now. Um, so yeah, but I don't know. Just kind of want to tell y'all like this is what's been going on and stuff like that. I've been trying to deal with a lot of issues and all of that stuff because I'm trying to rebound from last semester and just move forward. I kind of wanted to talk about a topic really quickly because it needs to be talked about since we're nearing the end of Black History Month. And that is white privilege. So, a lot of people want to deny the fact that white privilege actually exists. That it want to like it's not a real thing, and unfortunately, for those of you who are black, it is a real thing for us because white privilege is the reason why white cops can shoot black kids and get away with it, whereas if a black cop were to shoot a white kid, his ass would be in jail. And I'm tired of turning on the news and seeing, people making mockeries of it or making, just doing this foolish stuff like blackface and, making fun of the fact making fun of Black Lives Matter. And speaking of that, if you say all lives matter to me, when I say Black Lives Matter, you are racist or you're just a freaking idiot because it's one thing not to know about it. Like the older generation before us really doesn't know that much about it. Like people in my grandmother's generation might not know what that means. So that's you explain it to them, but if they're still saying, "Well, I think all lives matter" are better, is a better saying. Then we have a problem, and I'm tired of all lives matter only being brought up when Black Lives Matter is brought up, and it's just it's baffling to me. You never hear about it any other time. Except if I were to walk outside right now out of my university, and I say, well, ooh, okay, and I say, well, hey, Black Lives Matter. There'd be at least 5 people that say, well, no, all lives matter. And this is something that I'm tired of having to deal with. I'm tired of having to explain this to people because it's not saying that your life isn't important. It's reminding you that our lives are, because apparently to the police and to the judiciary system and all that other stuff is not important. I mean, hell, Jim Crow laws were the form of racism. Now it's systematic racism, and it's just a real big issue. And I'm also tired of hearing people try to equate, things like your name, you having a weird name to being being discriminated against because you have a weird name to racism. It's like no, they're not equally the same. One doesn't get you killed, possibly. The other one does. And this is just something that's really that needs to stop. The all lives matter bullshit needs to stop. Especially when you only bring that up in conversations that involve Black Lives Matter as a means to derail it. That shit needs to stop. All of it just needs to stop. Um, I've done in the past. I've also talked. I've talked about black representation. I've talked about LGBT representation in the Black Lives Matter movement because there are black LGBT folks, myself included, and the backlash I get from that too, even from my own community, is like, well, no, they're separate. And I hate to break this to you, I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers this right now. They are not separate. Black LGBT folk also have the right or should also be included in the Black Lives Matter movement. They are being discriminated for the same reasons you are, because of the color of their skin as well as their sexual orientation. All this talking about how they need to remain separate is garbage because they ain't, you don't say that shit when it's cis men or cis women who are being discriminated and they talking about this shit. All this basically all this divisiveness that's in our own community just needs to stop. And for those black people that feel like, since they've been around white folks so long, they think that they're white, they think that white folks accept them as white, you still a nigga. You are still a nigga. And I guarantee you that if the KKK come around here and start trying to lynch black folks, they lynch your ass too. It don't matter that you hung out with white folks and shit like that. Or you tell them that, oh, I'm white, I'm one of y'all. It's like, no, they'll still lynch your ass. I'm just really tired of seeing this. I'm really tired of people not understanding our struggle. When we're trying to tell you this, we're trying to tell you that no, this is a problem. There's no reason why white people should be able to do the same things that you accuse us of doing, but they don't have to worry about their lives. There's no reason why I have to worry about going outside, going off campus because, or even hell, even going walking around campus because somebody might try to attack me because I'm black, or they might shout some slurs because I'm black. Now, in my case, that wouldn't be the only reason because I'd probably be, having my nails did and all that stuff. But, there's no reason for that. There's no reason why parents have to tell their kids, well, if you see a police officer, even though it's not fair, he stops you, you have to stop. When a white person doesn't have to do that shit. This is the kind of stuff that happens, and this is the kind of stuff that people are being allowed to get away with. And when we bring it to attention, we're told to get over it. Okay, the issue with slavery, they're like, well, oh, it happened over 200. No, that shit's still happening now. Okay, not in the forms of we're being, whipped and forced to work for people, but there are different kinds of slavery that black people have to endure. We still face discrimination. We still face there's still places you can go in America where they legally they can't segregate you, but they don't want you there. And to tell someone to get over that, or that you're being too insensitive about that kind of issue, it just baffles me. It's like you don't, as a white person, you will never understand what it's like to be a black person. As a Hispanic person, you will never understand what it's like to be a black person, to be killed because of the color of your skin. Now, I mean, obviously there are some exceptions to that, but I'm just tired of this shit. Like, I'm sitting up here in my dorm, and every time I get on, when I get on Facebook or something, I always see people, who making fun of Black Lives Matter. How the hell and also, while we're on this topic of, Black Lives Matter and all of that, for those of you that decide that that don't know, Black Lives Matter just is a movement that's basically saying black people's lives matter also. It's not saying that your life, that, white folks' lives, Chinese lives, it doesn't say that theirs doesn't matter. It's saying that we as a people, our lives matter too, and we need to be respected and treated as such. And it just concerns me, the lack of knowledge. It concerns me about the lack of, when our lives depend on how much the majority, in this case white people, care. That's a problem to me because it's obvious, like, a lot of people don't care. A lot of people don't want to go looking for it. They just believe whatever mommy and daddy tells them, about black people in this case, or that, oh, they're just being insensitive, or they're being a wuss and all of that stuff. I'm tired of hearing, and I'm tired of seeing this shit. And to the white folks that do actually understand what I'm talking about, that's great, because at least you give a damn. But for the rest of y'all that don't, and this includes the black folks that think they're white, this is the black folks that got the nerve to say, well, yeah, we agree with the All Lives Matter thing, and y'all just being y'all just bitching too much. Y'all can go fuck yourselves, because until we can stop, it's still until we legally can stop being killed because of the color of our skin. This shit is going on. We gonna sit up here and protest. We gonna say whatever we need to say to get people to recognize this. And I find it funny that, you know, when people, like I said, when people don't mention Black Lives Matter, you never hear of All Lives Matter. You never hear people going around saying, well, all lives matter, like they do when they bring up Black Lives Matter. So yeah, that's these are just some of my thoughts, and a lot of things pop in my head too. When I was thinking of this, another thing actually just popped in my head. To those white, I mean, you have so many white people that sit up here and make a mockery of Black Lives Matter. Like, they'll sit up here and say, well, white lives matter too, or black shoes matter too. And it's like, this is the kind of stuff that you say you're not racist, but then when you do this shit, this is the kind of stuff that people that we see and be like, no, you are fucking racist. And, you know, white folks have the luxury of being ignorant as much as they want because right now they're they're the majority. At least in the United States, you have that freedom to be ignorant. You have that freedom to do whatever the hell you want. We as black folks don't get that right. We don't get that freedom. While we sitting over here trying to bury our own because y'all done killed them, y'all out here making a mockery of it. You know, and saying, you know, and just disrespect, just being disrespectful. And so if you're a white person and you do any of this shit, you need to stop because I guarantee you that you keep doing this shit, there's gonna be at least one or two black people. Because we black folks are getting sick and tired of this. I mean, we trying to be peaceful. We trying to do what we can to not resort to violence. But a lot of y'all is just constantly keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. You're not giving us the respect we deserve. You still fucking around and you know, doing racist, just doing and saying right racist and problematic shit. It's like you go and do that for so long before we just get sick and tired and be like the hell with it and we start getting violent. At that point, you know, once it gets, I hate for it to get to that point, but I'm feeling like that's what it needs to do because these people, like, being peaceful is just not working. People are not understanding this. And so with that, I'm going to leave it there because I have a lot of stuff to do today. As you can see, I'm kind of exhausted still, so, you know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below about Black Lives Matter and the ignorant shit that white folks is doing, and even what the ignorant stuff that black people are doing, because we need to this shit has to stop. You know, this has got to stop. So let me know in the comments below what you all think. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys later.